Eat some tacos with me while I tell you the
Master.
story time on how I found out my boyfriend of 2 years was cheating on my brother, Preston. Yeah.
You what?
I just found out that I've been getting cheated on for an entire week. Let me walk you through that.
I tell all my female friends, if y'all gonna deal with these street niggas, understand what come with it.
This is bullshit.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys about how my D1 football player college boyfriend cheated on me the entire time with his tutor.
I went on a date with this girl that I met through my business. Okay, mind you, I do not date customers. I don't even look at customers like that.
Okay, dude, I have to tell you guys the craziest Hinge date I've ever been on. And this happened like a couple of years ago, so it was a while.
Ooh-wee! Today, gossipers, we have 6 tasty story times to sink our teeth into. Grab your drink and let's get into the tea. We have cheating with old flames, cheating with a tutor, and a fun night out that ended in an unbelievable way. We've got a revenge act that belongs in a movie, and the ultimate sibling betrayal that puts the phrase blood is thicker than water to the test. And finally, the reason why you should never trust a guy who hides his phone, ladies. Let's get into these stories. These are real stories that are simply too juicy not to share. And because I'm not too proud to beg, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys about how my D1 football player college boyfriend cheated on me the entire time with his tutor. Honestly, I totally forgot about this man because it was so long ago, but let's dive in. So he was older than me, so he was actually in college while I was still in high school. So we were only 1 year apart, so I was like going into my senior year of high school, and he was a freshman at a D1 university that I will not say the name of. And so anyway, I lived an hour away from the university, so when I wanted to go and see him, I would just drive there because it was literally only an hour away. Now, like I stated, he was a freshman, so he did have a roommate. He was also on the football team as well. And whenever I would go and visit, we would be like crammed in this dorm room because in the beginning it was camp, I believe, like football camp. So they were busy, doing all the camps and all of that. And so I wasn't allowed to go there during camp, but I went there right before, and then I went there right after when it was done. And then I also went to the spring game because he obviously was like, are you going to come to my spring game? And I was like, yeah, obviously, absolutely. And he was also, I would like to state, very, very good. So as a freshman, he was a starting corner. So not a wide receiver. I switched it up. He was a corner, which I would like to state as dating one and also being an NFL reporter. Corners, anybody in the secondary is the worst possible position to date on a football team, and I stand on that. So he was a freshman starting corner, and honestly, we all just thought like he was that guy, like period. And I was there to support for anything and everything that he needed. Like I obviously lived an hour away, and it was harder for him to come see me than me to go to him because he had practices and meetings and tutoring and things like that. So he could really never come to me. He did come to me a couple times, but more or less I would go to him because I was also still in high school. So if he came to me, he would have to stay with my family, and it just was easier for me to go there. So if you guys know anything about football players, they don't actually really graduate college on their own, okay? So they are not like the brightest bulbs in the box. And he actually wasn't really that like dumb. He was actually pretty smart, but in order to play football, they had to carry a very high GPA. So most of the time, the university would hire tutors at the university to tutor them, and that's how they would pass their classes. Obviously, they traveled a lot for football. They had to go to different games. They were always missing assignments, missing exams, and all that stuff. So they had tutors in place so that they could get through these classes and essentially pass and have a high enough GPA to play. So for reference as well, I am older, don't be rude, I'm 29. So when we were dating, he did not have NIL. NIL money was not a thing at the time, and I don't know if this is still a thing, but you had to have a specific GPA in order to play. D1 was more lenient on it than like D2s and D3s, but he had to pass his classes and make sure he kept up like a GPA in order to not get in trouble and all that stuff. So like this was before NIL money. Like they didn't get anything. The only thing they got was free food, free rent. They could go to the facility whenever they wanted, obviously, and then they got hella gear. Like, that was all they got back then. Honestly, the football players these days, with all the NIL money they're making, like, girls who are dating them, I get it. Like, I get it if that's what you want. But back then, there was really no reason why. Why would you date a college athlete? Like, why would you date a college athlete? It made no sense. But it was like the cool thing to do, and everyone did it. But literally, y'all, they came from nothing. Like, the majority of them came from nothing. They weren't getting paid to play like they are today. They didn't have cars. They barely, if they weren't eating at the facility, they didn't have money for food. Like, all they got was basically free room and board. Like, that was literally it. So it wasn't as cool as it is today, because obviously the athletes today get a lot more. But anyway, I digress. So we were dating through an entire season, and I would go to every single freaking game. It was, like I said, a good hour away. So I would drive on Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons, Saturday nights, whatever the game was, and I would go up there and I would watch him play, and I was the supportive girlfriend and all that. And I thought everything was hunky-dory. Like, honestly, I was very young and naive back then, obviously still being in high school. I just didn't know shit about shit, to be honest. And I just thought that everything was all peaches and sunshines and rainbows when it wasn't. And I'm also like not the type of girlfriend to be like all up under you all the time and asking you 1,012 questions. Like, that's just never me, never was me. And being in high school, I was one of the best basketball players on my team. I had games. I had to basically take care of my 2 little sisters. Like, I had a lot going on. But I would try to go up there every single weekend, and then if they had away games, obviously I'd watch him on TV. So everything's hunky-dory, like cool, whatever. And he would always have these tutoring hours. And I was a student athlete as well. Well, I eventually was one in college. But you have to get so many student like tutoring hours, and you have to go to the library to do study tables for so many hours a week when you're a student athlete. So he was always going to the tutor and always had like study tables. And honestly, it literally made sense to me because they had to do a certain amount of hours to literally be able to play. So it made sense. I would also like to state, if this was in today's day and age, I probably would have caught on a lot quicker. But y'all, you have to remember, like back then, I don't even think we had Instagram stories. Like, we were on Snapchat, barely on Instagram. We would use Instagram to post pictures, but like not like what it is today. So anyway, we're like midway through the season. And I'm going to the games. I'm bringing my friends to games. I'm in the family section. He's having me come to all these games. Everything's good. Everything's great. Everyone's awesome. And then I'm at school one day, LOL, because again, he is a freshman and I am a senior in high school. So I am at school one day and one of my friends sends me a picture and she's like, why is this girl wearing his jersey at a game? And I never wore jerseys. Like, that just wasn't my cup of tea. I liked to dress out. Like, y'all know I'm a fashionista. And I would like to wear, like, cute outfits to the games and, like, maybe put his number, like, on my face or something. I wasn't big into the jersey wearing because it wasn't cute enough. So anyway, I also was not Inspector Gadget. I did not investigate. I did not look for girls. I just didn't. Like, I had no reason to, so there was, like, no point in doing that. So, lo and behold, she sends me this picture of this girl, and she's clearly at the game, like, clearly cheering him on, and she is wearing his jersey with his number on it. And I'm like, that's odd. So I go to her page, and she was a freaking redhead. Nothing against redheads, but y'all, the amount of times that I have been cheated on with a redhead, okay? I could retire by now if I had $1 for every time that happened. She looked nothing like me. She was like a pale little redhead, and honestly, she looked smart as shit. So it made sense that she was the tutor. So I'm like looking through her Instagram page, and she literally was posting at every single game with his jersey on and being like, go number 2. If he's a single digit number, run. Just run immediately. She was wearing his jersey, number 2, to every single freaking game that I was at. We were both at the same freaking game. And so I call him and I'm like, who is this? And he was like, oh my gosh, it's nothing crazy. Like, that's just my tutor. It's nothing crazy. Q DM the girl, because honestly at this point I was like, okay. So I end up reaching out to her and I'm like, hey girl, one of those. And I just was like, hey, blank told me that you were his tutor, like just reaching out to confirm because I don't believe men at all, and wanted to make sure like that you were just his tutor because I saw that you were at the games in his jersey. And she was like, oh, that's really weird because no, he's my boyfriend and we've been dating for a year. So obviously I leave him per usual. He essentially had an out-of-town girlfriend, me, and he had an in-town on-campus girlfriend, the tutor. So funny part of this whole thing is I leave him immediately. I'm like, yeah, I'm done with you. You lied to me. I'm over this. And they ended up dating for 4.5 years. And then she left him after he did not make it to the NFL because he peaked freshman year and then went downhill, did not go to the league. She left him when he did not go to the league. 4.5 years later, he tried to run it back to me when he saw what I became. And I said, sir, beat it.
I just found out that I've been getting cheated on for an entire week. Let me walk you through that. This guy's in the military, okay? And let me start off by saying, if Horville, USA had a mayor, baby, it's him. And if it's blonde with a hole, he's fucking it. And I knew that. I knew better. He comes home for the first time on leave and we see each other. Everything goes fine. Nothing happened because... no. And at that point, I really didn't like him because I already had to come pick him up. Ew. His friends are fucking stupid. And initially, he wanted me to pick him up from a 2-man that he didn't want to be at. No. Did not like him. Whenever he went back to wherever the fuck he was, I stopped talking to him. Like I should have fucking kept doing. So, about a month later, we start talking again. Very reluctantly, on my part, I was always extremely mean to him, and I don't know why he liked me. Couldn't tell ya. Talking to him is fucking exasperating. About a month later, we start talking again. I know. He ends up getting leave, okay? He comes back, I pick him up from the airport. He comes to my house for about 2 days, and then he has his dad come pick him up. Here's where the story starts. You see, what had happened was he had a lot of friends that were like graduating high school. I don't know why he's still friends with high schoolers at the age of 20, but whatever. He was going to do this like senior sign stuff. I don't know. I didn't go to school. I did not go to high school, so I don't know. Whatever. He ends up calling me that night because his friend had split his head open. I asked, oh, well, is anybody else there? Oh, yeah, him and his girl. There was no other girl mentioned. Okay? Should probably take him to the hospital. They did. Everything was fine. Now, mind you, I have this man's entire location and I've seen his entire asshole. Okay? Because whenever he had come to my house, let me set the scene for you. Because I promise you this matters. The lights came off. What did I hear? Do you like the way I flick my tongue or not? I'm so for real. He had a playlist ready to go. Oh, bitch. And I should have fucking known that he was Horville, USA, because guess what one of the first thing he said to me was ever? What's your lash map? Mine. Well, let me tell you, babe. Eat her. So, of course, as soon as that happened, everything goes out the window. Okay, out the window. Oh, bitch. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend. I was hesitant. I said, yes, sure. Back to where we were. He got picked up by his dad. Senior sign shit happened, whatever. He came over on like Thursday, I think, whatever. Mind you, this was after the senior sign thing. I'll explain the prevalence of that in here in just a second. Comes over on Thursday. I drop him off because he's going to have lunch with his mom. Fine, cool. I worked on Friday. Today is Saturday. I wake up. I get a text from his friend. Weird. Where was he at last night? Why are you asking me? I said, I don't know. With his friends? What was his name? Trevor? I don't know. Never heard of a Trevor. Are you telling me he's lying? Indeed. Oh, bitch. This man had picture proof. His friend had picture proof. My boyfriend was hanging out with his best friend's ex-girlfriend all week. Went to dinner with her family. Yeah. Keep in mind, she hasn't graduated high school yet. Put this man up with Jamie Terrell's because weird. I said, if he's been with her all week and I've been fucking him. Oh, this means that I have been sharing baby with some girl I don't know. Now, me and my best friend are Eskimo sisters. Chloe, I love you. I'm not doing that with nobody else. My blood pressure just went up. I need to take a minute. So I'm doing the math. And as I'm doing the math, the friend sends me a photo. It's whoever split his head open that night doing the senior sign bullshit. My boyfriend at the time, her, and some other girl. And Trevor, the friend that he was with, no, you're wrong. I was wrong. I am just baffled at the amount of sheer insufferability and insecurity comes from someone that fucks their best friend's ex-girlfriend and also cheats on their new girlfriend at the same time. I don't know how that happened. And let me tell you, the one thing that I really despised about him is how fucking much of an attention whore he was. Just loved attention. He is one of those guys that thinks that he's him and wants every girl to be in love with him and thinks that everybody just thinks that he's the shit. He's not. And frankly, the only thing special about him was the fact that Belle liked him for a little bit. That is the most interesting thing about him. And the only reason he joined the military is because he literally didn't have anything else to do with his life. And he told me that. Oh no, I have to be single and celibate again. God forbid. Yes. I'm going to add this in here. He even tried to turn his Life 360 off so that his best friend couldn't see that he was with his ex-girlfriend. He did. And on Friday, while I was working and he was with that girl, his best friend's ex-girlfriend, he was telling me how much he was just in love with me and how much of a future he saw with me. Oh. But I knew this was going to happen. I knew this. I knew. Elephant in the room just texted me. I'm going to go take care of that. He also posts dumps on IG.
I tell all my female friends, if y'all gonna deal with these street niggas, understand what come with it. Story time. So y'all, I'm fresh out of motherfucking high school, right? You couldn't tell me I was not a hood celebrity, y'all. I was on club flyers. I'm living my motherfucking life, okay? It was not a party in Detroit, Michigan that I did not go to that motherfucking year. I'm not even exaggerating. Life was just fucking good, like excellent at that time. And I had made a whole new set of friends. Well, at the time, I thought they was my friends. So I became cool with this girl. We gonna call her Michelle. Now, me and Michelle became cool in high school for real, right? But when me and this bitch became friends, it was like a match made in motherfucking heaven. This was probably the closest thing I've ever had to a sister in my life. I'm not even exaggerating. Now I would spit on the bitch grave, but at the time, that's really how I felt about her. So I believe it was like Saturday or some shit. And so, you know, we outside. Now, me and Michelle hung around two totally different crowds, okay? Her crowd was a little more hood, a little more, you know, raunchy. My crowd was the same, but in a different way. If you pick it up what I'm putting down. But we actually had hella friends in common, and all of our friends kind of got along. So growing up, I had this other homegirl. We gonna call her Yaya. Now, I was like 19. Yaya was probably like 15. I know you probably like, why the fuck was you hanging out with a little girl? Nobody knew this bitch real age, okay? I feel like every city, especially if your city a little hood, you got like a little young bitch that's like turned fucking with all the rappers and shit like that, but don't nobody know her real age. That was Yaya, okay? Remember that, because that is very important in this story. So So it's me, Michelle, and Yaya. We pull up to this motherfucking block party, okay? Now, I don't know who was hosting the motherfucking block party, but I know everybody was at that bitch, okay? Anybody from like my generation who was like relevant at that time was there. Now, I don't know if it's because Yaya was so motherfucking young, y'all, but this little bitch just could not handle her liquor to save her life, okay? So before we pull up to the party, she already drunk, okay? Fucked up. But she not like sloppy drunk. Like at this point, she still had it together. She just was a little tipsy. Let me say tipsy. So we pull up to the party. We hop out the car. We start making our rounds, tiptoeing through the, party, seeing people from school. Hey, what up, da, woo, woo. Now, remember I told y'all, this is not my crowd. This is Michelle crowd, okay? But we bump into this bitch. We gonna call her Keisha, okay? Apparently, Keisha is known for beating bitches up. She a big bitch, too. But I ain't know nothing about that. I don't even know who the bitch is for real, because this is not my crowd. But Keisha's best friend and Keisha had words with Yaya because of one of their baby daddies. It was some shit like that. Mind you, Yaya drunk as fuck, okay? So she walking up to the bitch Keisha trying to be friendly, okay? Keep in mind, Keisha and Michelle are friends like this. Keisha's best friend was also at the motherfucking party too. So Yaya just drunk as hell like, y'all my bitches, I love y'all, this, that, and the third. We ain't beef about no nigga, da 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 da. So I keep grabbing her like, come on, like let's go over here, let's go talk to them, this, that, and the third. Like, let's get the fuck on. Literally everybody is motherfucking staring, okay? At this point, the bitch is causing a motherfucking scene, okay? Now, the party was on the west side of Detroit, but it was like some Project Niggas parties or some shit like that, or whatever the case may be. So keep in mind, niggas is walking around this bitch with big ass guns, like all type of shit. Like you doing too fucking much, okay? So I pull our ass apart. Come on, take your ass over here, y'all. This little bitch takes off motherfucking running down the street. I would show y'all the street that I'm on right now, but I can't. But y'all, she's running around like a little kid, and me, Michelle, and our other homegirl, we gonna call her Keisha. We all chasing this bitch around. Oh, the block party was on Puritan. The block party was on Puritan. I remember. It was on Puritan. So we chasing this bitch up Puritan. It's on Puritan, okay? The bitch like, no, I'm not going with y'all. Y'all bitches acting fake. Y'all letting bitches play in my face. Da, 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 da. Bitch, who is letting somebody play in your face? We telling you to get the fuck out of these bitches' face, because if this girl whoop your ass, I don't know what you want me to do. Also, keep in mind, Yaya daddy is a real street nigga. So even if she do get her ass whooped, I don't know what come with that. So daddy might be one of them niggas that'll blow a nigga head off about you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to de-escalate the situation. So she running off taking cash shit, y'all. Y'all, she run off down Puritan. I don't know where the fuck this bitch done went. But my homegirl Michelle, she used to run track and shit. So she chasing the bitch, end up finding the bitch, bringing her ass back. So I had pulled my car around. I said, bitch, it's time to go. She's causing a big ass scene. Everybody's staring. It's just bad, okay? So I'm trying to get the bitch in the car. She not getting in the car to save her motherfucking life. She like, no, my nigga about to come get me. I'm waiting. We like, yo, nigga. Girl, there ain't no nigga coming to get you. Me personally, I just got a rule where if you are my friend and you drunk and I ain't never seen you with that nigga, you not leaving with that nigga. Especially if it's not your boyfriend or some shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, no, you getting in the motherfucking car. So she like, no, I'm about to call my nigga. So she call her nigga. Immediately when a nigga get on the phone, I automatically recognize who he is because I be listening to the nigga music. The nigga dead now, but I remember his music. Like, I know his voice or whatever the case may be. So soon as she put him on speaker, me, Michelle, and Keisha, we all looking at each other like, bitch, she just called. Oh, fuck no. Keep in mind, the niggas parties that she calling, they got beef with. So I hang up the phone. I say, yeah, get your ass in this motherfucking car. This time she finally get her ass in the motherfucking car, okay? But now we can't find Keisha, okay? But so we call Keisha. We like, come on, bitch, we about to go. We about to drop her off. We can just come back afterwards. Whoop, whoop. Let's go get some Coney Island. Nope, it didn't go that way at motherfucking all. Soon as Keisha get in the car, Yaya jump out of the motherfucking car like a badass kid, okay? Just acting a motherfucking fool. So at this point, Keisha was like, beat her ass, right? Now, from what I know, Keisha is kind of like a little bit of a fighter. So she like, beat this bitch ass. I ain't got time for that. This bitch is a kid. It's okay when y'all wake up, y'all will be good. Beat her ass. So my homegirl Michelle was like, bitch, get in the car. This bitch Yaya starts swinging. So Michelle, who is not a fighter and cannot fight, is skinny as fuck. Take this bitch, swing her in the middle of the street, and like damn near body slam the bitch. So what Yaya do? Yaya get her bad ass up. I'm about to call my nigga. But this time she called another nigga. Now me, I don't really listen to too much Detroit rap. So I don't know. I didn't know who he was when he was on the phone, but I knew who he was, if that makes sense. She put the nigga on speakerphone, right? Michelle and Keisha was fucking with the same nigga as Yaya too. So they know who this nigga is too. I'm not gonna say who the nigga is, but the nigga who she was talking about has beef with the first nigga that she called, and they both got beef with the niggas' parties that we at, okay? I know it's getting messy, I know. So Keisha and them calling them like, don't pull up, you know, we at such and such party, it's, you know, we don't want y'all to get involved with this shit, this, down the third, we about to leave, this, down the third. The niggas like, fuck that nigga, we pulling up, I'm on there, I don't give a fuck what a nigga talking about, nigga ain't telling me where I go, da-da-da, on this tough shit. Now, me personally, if you know anything about me, I don't play that getting shot shit. All of that getting shot, going to jail, all of that street shit, I don't want no parts of that shit. Keep in mind, they in my motherfucking car. And we at these niggas' party. We in these niggas' hood. They shoot this bitch up, they can hide our bodies and act like ain't shit happened. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm getting mad with Yaya. I tell her, get your motherfucking ass in the car. Straight like that. And I don't like yelling at girls, but I did. Get your motherfucking ass in the car. She get her ass in the motherfucker. Soon as she closed the door, a white motherfucking Durango ride past us. Now remember I told y'all who party this is, okay? Now in Detroit, it's a thing where like if you in a certain nigga hood, you don't play they ops music because they'll take that as disrespect. They was playing these niggas ops music. So in my head, this is either the ops or it's the niggas who don't know no better. And I was correct. It was the motherfucking ops because it was the first nigga Yaya called. So she walking out to this car like, my man here. She jump out the car. We go call him Scooter. Scooter, what up, baby? I miss you. This, down the third. So Keisha, don't none of us really know this nigga for real. Not trying to be funny, but none of my friends have talked to him. And I'm surprised that Yaya even talked to him because I don't think he had no money for real. But anywho, my homegirl Michelle and them was telling him like, no, please go. Like, she got some other people about to pull up. This, that, the third. Like, this could get messy. Soon as they say that, a motherfucking black Chrysler come down the street. I'm talking, this motherfucking car was so packed. It felt like, it was like 80 niggas in one car. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, I am exaggerating, but it was definitely a cool, probably like 10 niggas in one car. I'm not lying. So the nigga in the car, and he got all his homeboys in there, all his little brothers in that bitch too. I immediately recognized one of them niggas I went to school with, who I didn't like, by the way. I can't stand your bitch ass. So now she running up to their car telling them, open the door, I'm about to go with y'all. Open the door, I'm about to live with y'all. We like, no the fuck she not y'all. She drunk, this, that, and the third. No, come on. I pulling her back, right? So me and Keisha grabbing her, right? The nigga in the front seat of the car, who we know for a fact be killing people, with a big ass gun on his lap, he say, everybody back away from my man's car, I'ma air this bitch out. Calm as fuck, just like that. Nigga, we step back in sync. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm talking about we step back so motherfucking quick. You ain't got to tell me twice. Bye, Yaya, bitch. Fuck it. I'll call you daddy. I don't know what to tell you. So Yaya is standing by the door. At this point, she not in the car. I think she got scared a little bit. The nigga open the door, snatch Yaya in, and pull off. Our motherfucking heart is beating, right? Then it's like, okay, oh well, bitch, you went. Like, you went with them, okay? So I'm real cool with Yaya cousin. I call her cousin like, hey, bitch, your cousin just got kidnapped by such and such, such and such, such and such. She like, what the fuck you mean my cousin just got kidnapped? I'm like, yes, that bitch got kidnapped for real. She went off with them, all type of shit. Y'all, her and her friends is getting mad because they like, why would y'all bring her out there if y'all knew she was gonna be doing da-da-da? Bitch, we ain't knew she act like this. I ain't used to seeing a bitch act like this. Long story short, y'all, because I'm running out of time and it's a long-ass story. I get a phone call about 5 minutes after that. I was dropping one of my homegirls off. Now, mind you, one of my homegirls used to live on Linwood. I'm dropping her off in the middle of the motherfucking night, which if you from Detroit, you know that's not somewhere you want to be. I get a call talk about they trying to touch me, they trying to do the ride to me. Bitch, I'm flying down Telegraph to go get my homegirl. End up picking her up, and then we dropped her off to her cousins, and she ain't never went out with my ass again. But wait, y'all, she lost her Louis bracelet. My dumb ass talked about it's okay, I'll buy you another one. She talked about the bracelet was Louis. I said, oh no, bitch.
Eat some tacos with me while I tell you the story time on how I found out my boyfriend of 2 years was cheating on my brother, Preston. Yeah, this is a lot to unload, so get fucking ready. Before we get started, look at how fucking delicious that taco looks. Oh, fuck. So all of this started because my boyfriend just started acting weird out of fucking nowhere. Like, when I tell you this man has never done anything to make me question or make me think otherwise, but then out of nowhere he started acting weird. Anytime I would walk in the room and he's on his phone, he would put his phone like face down and he would ignore all of his calls in front of me. He never does that. Now that I think about it, anytime I would catch him on his phone, he would be smiling and like laughing. Who the fuck are you laughing at besides me? Like, absolutely not. Now, this is the part where Preston comes in. We all know my brother Preston. He's very famous on here. We are very close. Like, we have a very close relationship. And all of a sudden, now my brother starts acting weird. My brother is my number one person. Like, what the fuck? It's giving sketch. What was even weirder is my brother has never liked my boyfriend, and then all of a sudden they become best friends. Yeah, that's not adding up, babe. That's not fucking adding up at all. Anytime I would hang out with my boyfriend, he would be like, oh, is Preston coming over? Is Preston coming over? It's giving, do you want to eat him out or do you want to eat me out? So one night, my boyfriend, he told me that he was going to go to bed early because he had work early the next morning. Mind you, he goes to bed a little bit later, but I was like, okay, he's going to need to sleep, like whatever. So about an hour later, an hour and a half later, I see that his location is moving and I text him like, wait, I thought you were going to sleep. And he reads my shit and never fucking responds. This dumbass motherfucker never turns off his location and I see that he's at my brother's apartment. What? Why are you at my brother's apartment? At first I thought maybe they were just hanging out because they got a little bit closer, but something in me, I had a gut feeling that I should go there and see like what the fuck is going on. Because why aren't you responding back to me? It's just not adding up. I pull up to my brother's place and I see that my boyfriend's truck is outside and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? To my brother's apartment, you have to like go upstairs, and before I even get up the stairs, I hear like fucking weird noises from his door. That's what I heard. At first, I was gonna leave because I already know what I was gonna walk in on. Start banging at the door and I'm like, let me in right fucking now! At that moment, they already know they're fucked and they open the door and they're like both completely butt-ass naked. Yeah. After that, I left my boyfriend. I did not forgive him. I haven't spoke to him since, but my brother Preston, we are great. We're on great terms, but bitch, I'll never forget you and never forgive.
I went on a date with this girl that I met through my business. Okay, mind you, I do not date customers. I don't even look at customers like that. Like, I can sense it. The moment I'm like relatively attracted to a customer, or I think the customer is attractive, that's just nope. Don't even look at you twice. I won't even look at you twice. I won't even look at you twice. I went on a date with this girl. She was a customer, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know what put that battery in my back to ask her on a date. Genuinely don't know. But I did. I risked it. And I sent her a DM through my business page asking to go out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the date went amazing. You feel me? The date went amazing. It was one of the best dates I had in a while. Right? Date went so good, we had another date like 3 days later. So I ain't gonna lie. On the first date, we did end up hooking up. You know what I'm saying? We did some adult things on the first date. Now the second date, it went even further. You know what I'm saying? We did the full adult thing, okay? So mind you, bro. Like I would say like 2 days later. So that night, the second night, we planned to hang out again, like maybe like 4 days later or some shit like that. 3 or 4 days later, right? So tell me how, like 2 days later, she gonna send me a text talking about like, oh, she says that we're moving too fast and, you know, she don't have the capacity to date right now. And essentially, like things like, she felt like things got too serious too fast because like on that second date, I slept over that night, right? And let's say I didn't leave in the morning like I should have, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, like, I'm not even thinking like I gotta get out this girl's face. I'm not thinking like that. I'm off of the energy from the first date when she was like damn near begging me to sleep over that first night. You know what I'm saying? Stay over that first night. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everything is Gucci. I'm thinking like we're vibing, we taking our time, we're on the same page. I'm not knowing that like I'm crowding her space. You know what I'm saying? I overstayed. I mean, I genuinely, look, we're both adults here. You feel me? I don't think I overstayed. She was not giving me that impression. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all thinking, well, like, no, she's not gonna give that impression. You just have to know. That's ridiculous. That's just fucking crazy. Like, I'm just supposed to know. No, that would be fucking paranoia. If you expect me to just know, no. That's paranoia. I'm going off of the vibes. I'm going off of what's going on here. I'm not about to just jump to conclusions. I don't jump to conclusions anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I think that stuff would be me jumping to conclusions or playing a game. Or playing a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to play a game. I'm not. I'm showing up as my real self every single time. So me staying and not leaving until my first appointment of the day was just kind of like, well, why the fuck not? We're having a great time together. We locked in. You know what I'm saying? We did the do last night. What Right? You know what I'm saying? That type of energy, like, bro, like, trust me, I get that vibe. I know the vibe of like, yo, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't ruin it. Like, don't you know what I'm saying? Don't take advantage. Don't like, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. You feel me? So it's like, don't abuse this. Like, bro, preserve this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, bro. Like, I know that shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you that shit never came about, I would even go to say every time I'm like thinking I should go, getting ready to go, she give me the vibes of not wanting me to leave. You feel me? And it's like, all right, that's a part of it, right? That's a part of her aura. That's a part of her value she giving me or whatever, right? It's a game. You know what I'm saying? That's a game. Just say what you mean. Just say it. Just say how you feel. Say what you mean. Say what you want. That's how I am. That's how I'm rocking. And that's how I was in that interaction, in that relationship or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest, it was just like, it's like I fell in love with the girl, or that's how she made me feel. You feel me? She made me feel like I was in love with her, and like that's just too much for her. And it's like, hold up, baby, I'm on the same page as you. My bad I stayed too long. Like, what, I saw you too often? Like, what, like I'm too lovey with you? Like, what? Like, I don't even understand the issue. I don't even understand the issue still to this day. Still don't even understand the issue. A lot transpired though. I ain't gonna lie. A lot transpired up until then. Like, I make custom rugs. I make art, right? I ended up making her a rug after our first date. It takes like a week to make, right? But I made the rug after our first date. And before I could finish the rug, she had that little that little talk with me saying that we're moving too fast or whatever. I finished the rug. Feel me? 5 days later, I still finished the rug. I waited like a week and a half to try and give it to her. So a bunch of mental games and mental gymnastics was being played throughout that whole time. Long story short, I ended up cutting up that rug and sending her a photo of that shit. Straight crashed out. You know why? Because that girl was playing too much fucking games, bro. That girl was playing fucking games. And every day I would walk into my studio and I'd see this fucking rug. And it's not like I'm sick. It's not like I'm lovesick. But this rug represented something that needed to go, bro. It needed to fucking go. This rug, in my mind, it was like a ticket to like rekindling with her. Like, I'm gonna redeem this ticket one day. One day, I'm gonna be ready. And I'm gonna bring this rug to her and we're gonna fall in love again. That's what I'm thinking, bro. Not verbatim, but you feel what I'm saying. Like, this thing that you made for her when shit was Gucci, then some confused shit got into play, nigga, I'm still thinking that there's hope. You know what I'm saying? And whether there is or whether there's not, I doubt that somebody that actually fucks with you and cares with you, they're not gonna put you through this turmoil. You feel me? And it's just a realization I had to come to. Like, this girl don't fuck with me, bro. This girl doesn't like me. She probably likes the feeling I give. She likes all this energy that I'm trying to give to her, but she do not like me. If she fucked with me, she would not let me be out here like this, bro. She would not let me be out here. This is crazy. I'm looking crazy. I'm doing shit for you and shit, and you don't give a fuck. You do not give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. So I had to get rid of that fucking carpet, bro. I was like, I'm not tripping like this every day, bro. I'm not tripping like this day in and day out. This rug gotta go, because I'm not gonna stay in this fucking mindset of like, oh, maybe one day you'll love me again. You got me fucked up. I cut that shit up. Chop, 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 chop. Took the photo, sent it to her, and was like, hey, there's no more rug, yo. There's no more rug. Oh, and there's another thing I forgot to say before. There was a day where I was trying to bring her the rug, all right? So we had plans on I was going to bring her the rug on a Friday. So it must have been like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday went by. And then randomly on a Wednesday or some shit, she was like, oh, Friday's not going to work. Is there another time you can bring it around? So that was another thing that kind of led me to like destroying this rug. Like, I'm using it as a ticket to rekindle this imaginary shit. And it's like, you're using it as a fucking leash on me. You're using it as a fucking, and not even a regular leash, right? Not even a regular leash where a dog can run and come back and run and come back. No, it's like a pole, like a metal pole, right? And I have like a metal collar on my neck, and it doesn't retract and come back. It stays at a certain length, and I can't move. That's what that rug was, for real.
Okay, dude, I have to tell you guys the craziest Hinge date I've ever been on. And this happened like a couple of years ago, so it was a while ago. So, backstory. I had 2 Hinge dates lined up, like one on like the weekend prior and then one the weekend after. The guy I went out with the weekend prior, I basically was like, oh my god, like he was the one. I ended up dating him for a year, but I already had the second one lined up, so I was like, I'll just go on it anyways. And I couldn't back out because me and this guy were going to see an artist together, a concert, and he got my ticket. My friend also got a ticket to see the same artist because she was like, I'm not gonna let you go with some random guy. Me, my friend, their partner, and then this guy and this guy's girl best friend were gonna go to this rave together. Fast forward to meeting him, I was prepared to just be like, meet him, talk to him, try not to lead him on, but not bring up the fact that I met someone that I caught feelings for already, because I didn't want to create like unsafe situation for myself and have him be mad, because you can never predict what a guy is going to do. So me and my friend, we show up, and he specifically tells me, oh, this is my childhood friend, I'm gonna bring her, but can you not tell her that we met on Hinge? And I'm like, oh, why? And he goes, oh, because I just find that a little embarrassing. So I'm like, all right, I won't tell him that. I won't tell this girl that we met on Hinge because he find it a little embarrassing. And we met this girl, and she, mind you, is gorgeous. She's so pretty and so like put together, and you just wouldn't expect to see someone like her at a rave. And she was like, yeah, I don't rave, I'm only doing this because so and so brought me and we're both visiting. So like, oh, that's so we go into the rave, we're having a good time. This guy, honestly, very charismatic, very fun to talk to. I for once didn't feel like I was getting creeped on, because you know how like on a first date it kind of feels like you're getting interviewed. A lot of first dates, for me at least, don't get past the interview-ish stage, and it doesn't feel like you're talking to a friend. This guy made me feel like I was somewhat just talking to a friend. You're actually not a horrible, you're not a horrible date. Like, I'm actually enjoying you. If I met you before the guy that I went out with a week prior, I might have caught feelings for you. Like, I might have wanted to see how far this went. We get into the rave, we're having a good time, we're having a ball, and this guy and his girl best friend, they're really, really cute, I would say. They're really, really cute together. Like, he's constantly taking care of her, making sure she's all right. And she's like constantly just like following him around because it's her first time doing something like this. And they're just such a good pair. And then me and my best friend, are like, they kind of seem like they're together. Like, it kind of feels like they're more than just childhood best friends. And then we were like, oh my god, what if he brought me here to make her jealous? He told me not to tell her that they met on Hinge. And then me and my best friend were like, this is actually so cute. And I was like, wait, we should say something. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna ask her if they're into each other, because I don't think she knows that me and him are seeing each other in any sort of romantic way, because she doesn't know anything about me or how we met. I think he just told her that we met like in Toronto on the streets. So at some point, his like off talking to other people, we sit her down and we're like, hey, like, you and so are very cute together. Like, you guys would be such a good couple. And she looks at me and she goes, what do you mean? We both have long-term partners. So I look at her and I go, this guy is dating someone? And she goes, yeah, has been dating someone for 3 years. And I'm like, then why did he match with me on Hinge? And then I'm like, wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. And then she goes, oh, he's on Hinge? And we're both just looking at each other like, and I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, he told you not to tell me that you guys met on Hinge? And I was like, yeah, he told me not to tell you that. And she goes, that's crazy. Because I was like, are you sure he has a girlfriend? Because he was just telling me about how much he loves her and I have a long-term boyfriend back in England. And I'm like, what? And then at this time, the guy walks back over and he's like, so what's the tea, ladies? Because we're all looking at each other like, like just completely just, they look at me and I look at him and they're all like, is she gonna say something? I look at him and I go, you have a girlfriend? And he looks at me without like even seeming phased. He's like, yeah, I have a girlfriend. And I'm like, then why were you on Hinge? And he goes, come over here, we could talk. He pulls me aside and like we sit down and he starts talking to me and I'm like, why are you on Hinge if you have a girlfriend? Like, he goes, what's wrong? He's like, well, you can tell I'm very social, right? I'm trying to meet more people, so I'm on Hinge to make more friends. And I'm like, but I didn't know you had a girlfriend. I thought we were on a date. And he goes, well, I didn't make you feel like you were getting hit on, right? I'm genuinely just here just to make friends and meet people. And I'm like, then do you have your Hinge set to boys and girls? And he's like, yeah, I have my Hinge set to boys and girls. I genuinely just want to meet people. Like, I'm sorry if you got the wrong message. And I'm like, well, no, you didn't make me feel preyed on, but we met on Hinge, so I did think that there was an underlying tone of romance or whatever to this, because we didn't establish that it wasn't. So for the rest of the night, we just continued to rave. He barely talked to me. I was with my friend the entire night, and his girl, or his childhood best friend, she was with us because she was also just like, what is going on? And yeah, so never talked to him again after that. Really, he moved back to Australia. I don't know if him and his girlfriend are still together. I don't know if she ever found out about it, because I forgot to get her name or Instagram, so I don't even know who she is, but she obviously existed. Yeah, that was probably the craziest Hinge date story, which wasn't even a date, I guess. But whatever.
Which one of these had your jaw on the floor? I'll let you know mine in the comments and let me know yours too. And don't forget to subscribe. I have weekly videos coming, and I'll see you next time, gossipers. Bye.